Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. I'm super excited um, to be starting this YouTube channel. I've been meaning to start this thing for a minute where I get in and make my picks about basketball and analyze the game a little bit too. I'm trying to get my Stephen A status on. I'm trying to get my KP status up. I'm trying to get my, you know what I'm saying, Shaquille O'Neal status up. Um, but I'm watching the games. I'm super excited about it. What's going on in the NBA? A lot of cool things is happening today, though. However, I'm just going to talk about the games that's being played today because it's a key game being played today. I'm looking at my phone right now at NBA.com, and I'm looking at one specific matchup: Warriors versus Bucks, which I really want to dive into. But look at here. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notification bell so when I drop videos, you can check them out. Um, Help me bang on that algorithm everybody is talking about. I appreciate you. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm watching the game um, to jump in and become an analyst this year. Last year, I've been meaning to do it, but I know it's important now because we got some key players that are getting older. Still dominant right now: Kyrie, KD, LBJ, um, obviously Steph Curry. There's a lot of cool, big time, dominant players in the NBA right now. So I'm like, if I got to jump in this thing, it got to be sooner than later. We gonna have a lot of upcoming players, but I think we seeing some of the cream of the crop right now. And I want to put my take in on it. I want to say what I'm thinking about them boys too. All right. So with no further ado, let's dive into the games today. I'm looking at NBA.com to see what games are scheduled today. We got 76ers versus the Kings. We got the at 7 p.m. We got the Bucks versus the Warriors at 7:30. We got Rockets versus the Suns. A lot of big name teams. We got the Jazz versus the Pelicans. That should be a good matchup. And then the Lakers versus the Celtics. Huge matchup. All right. So I'm gonna give you my picks today on who I think gonna win and why. And then going forward, we're gonna talk all about the rosters. You know, we're about a quarter of the way through the season. I believe most teams done played about 25 or so games, and so it's only a total of what 80 some games in the regular season before they jump into the playoffs, which we'll dive into, and I'll break down how the playoffs work. We'll talk about all the 30 teams that's in the NBA. But today specifically, I'm excited. I had to get on here. I had to give y'all some jewels. I had to let you know what I'm thinking. With no further ado, let's just talk about the quickly, briefly, because it's the marquee matchup that I'm interested in for real is the Warriors versus the Bucks. That's huge. That's big time. All right. And then Boston versus the Lakers is huge and big time. So I want to let me dive on them a little bit. But first off, 76ers versus the Kings. It's usually a close game in my opinion. 76ers got one special player everybody know, Joel Embiid, um, MVP candidate, right? My pick tonight, 76ers win that. James Harden is back. He getting ready to show off. He want to show up and show out. I expect he gonna put up about 25 points tonight, and I expect him and Joel is gonna be as long as they're playing. They should steamroll the Kings. Shout out to the Kings. We'll talk about them when we dive into rosters and break down who got who and who's where and what's good about their teams. But from my opinion, Kings ain't gonna they're not gonna make too much noise in the playoffs. Regular season, they make a little noise, little cause a little smoke. Obviously, all these teams are NBA teams, so any team can win any night. The thing we talking about who can be consistent on a nightly basis. Those are the teams that really win. And throughout the season, they building character, they building habits, they working on sets. Now, did you reach those goals by the playoffs or not will determine whether or not you're going to be successful. And some teams already have this blueprint built in. Let's go jump down to the Rockets versus the Suns. Suns got the big names. They're the favorites to win. Right now they're 16-11. The Rockets is 8-18. At this point, the Rockets gonna probably try and go hard. Suns, we got Chris Paul getting ready to play against his older team, the Rockets. Um, you know what? If I had to pick tonight, I'm gonna go with the Rockets tonight, just off intuition. This one off intuition, without me looking at the roster, nothing going on. Rockets 8-18. I expect they're gonna come out with some fire. They got a lot of young boys who trying to play. You know what I'm saying? I think I want to see them come out with some fire, see some high flying. Big game, Pelicans versus Jazz. If my boy on the Pelicans is playing Zion, man, and then we're gonna dive into how they building a great team, and they got super potential. They got great potential. They got a great roster. Um, One thing I'll dive into is their defense. I don't think is top notch. Okay, but they got a great roster. And C.J. McCollum, man, left Dame Dollar. Hated to see that happen, but great place to land with a rising All Star. Great place to land with a couple rising All Stars on the Pelicans. So they going up against the Jazz, and that boy, the Jazz, is trying to make some noise. They trying to prove, look at here, you done took everybody from us. What's the Jordan Clarkson over there trying to make a name? Y'all done took everybody from us. Their whole team been dismantled. Their big body, they center went over to my state right now, Minnesota. They got old boy that went to Cleveland. Don't worry about names right now and get into it, but I will dive um, in detail. So they try to make a name. So that's gonna be nice. I want to see the Pelicans put in some work. That's gonna be a great close game. It's gonna be fireworks sparked. You understand? So we're gonna see that. Now diving into the main teams right now, we got Boston versus the Lakers. Now Boston made it to the NBA Finals last year and had to face off against the Warriors. They put up a good fight. Lakers, they was pretty much trash last year. But right now, AD playing at a high clip. Okay? Westbrook, who everybody thought was going to be garbage and boo-boo and try to make him the fall guy, wasn't going. He won all the smoke. He's a hustler. And I appreciate him for that. You understand? He's a hustler, so that's going to be a good game. I do, however, think Boston is trying to make points of emphasis on major teams. I expect them to come out and steamroll the Lakers. AD gonna put up a good fight because they ain't got no answer for AD. They ain't got no answer for AD. But on the other end, Boston, and we're gonna dive into this heavy, is trying to model their game, in my opinion, after Golden State. They took that L. They saw why they took the L. They learning from their mistakes. They got some big time shot makers, and they play heavy defense. So that's what it takes on a consistent basis. So I expect they're gonna come out. You can't throw LeBron under the bus. He's supposed to be a genius, a mastermind, a savant when it comes to the game. So they're not gonna go out without a fight. But I think they're outgunned. You feel me? Boston is coming through. They added a nice little bench player to keep their buckets coming. All right. So we're gonna dive into that, but that's my pick. Now the big matchup I want to dive into real quick is the Warriors versus the Bucks. Huge game. The Bucks did not see the Warriors last year's playoffs. They did, however, was the previous NBA champions. So their team is solidified. They got hustlers, they got players, they got Giannis, who's a walking bucket. There is no answer for him. They got Lopez, big body. So they got some towers out there. And we all know the Warriors' problem is size, right? So they small. But they are efficient and effective. Okay? They get the job done. You ain't going to be big in them. You ain't going to just come out and play bigs against them. But they'll run the lights around you. They work on stamina. They work on conditioning. They not scared of big bodies. Curry is a mastermind at getting buckets on everybody. So we diving into him. We got Milwaukee with Giannis. He gonna get buckets. No stopping him. I'm thinking Curry gonna match him. Because also there's no stopping Curry. And we ain't even gonna dive all the way in, but the Warriors are looking to make points of emphasis just like the Boston Celtics. They try to, when they see big names, they come to play. They come to play heavy. The Bucks is finna see heavy doses of Chef Curry. And then they gonna sleep. So we got Curry gonna neutralize Giannis in as far as points. The game is not all about points, but it's big time. We got my boy Chris Middleton back in action. Solid defender, offensive guru. But we also on the other side, we got our boy Klay Thompson. Consistent. Gonna get you bucks. Gonna play defense. We got Jordan Poole kicking in. Now they talk about these three boys right here. They finna put up buckets. And then you got Drew Holiday. He gonna put up some buckets. He hit or miss. His defense is amazing. He can get you some points. But now when you took those three against those three, point wise, Warriors got them outgunned on point wise. Defense, the Bucks defense is legit. But we can't sleep on the Warriors defense. They don't slouch. They play defense. And if I go down their roster and bring in Wiggins, if Wiggins is playing tonight, I don't know if he's injured or whatnot right now, but ain't no answer for Wiggins. Wiggins is a and I want no knock to him. He's a substitute KD. He's a watered down, but I might have to say like juice down because that boy's sweet. You feel me? He not KD level, but he not far from it, and he fit into that system perfectly to do exactly what they need him to do: guard some of the best players, get timely buckets, be efficient with the ball, manage turnovers well, and he crashed the glass like none other. So this pick is gonna be exciting. Right now, the Bucks is 19-7. The Warriors is 14-13. I got the Warriors going 15-13 by the end of the night, and Bucks hitting that 19-8 mark. They had him in a hell of a season, but tonight, my boy, because my pick is Curry, but Giannis is a monster. So this game is going to go back and forth. And now if I go down, let me hit, I'm at NBA.com like I told you. I'm going to go to game charts. Game charts, I'm going to click on this. They usually going to tell us who the top players are. And so right now they're saying Brook Lopez is one of the top players. Giannis, obviously, and Drew Holiday. Big time. They ain't even put my boy Middleton in that as far as leading players. And on the Warriors, we got Steph Curry. We got Draymond Green, big time, defender, rebounder, box mugs out. He do those little things that you need to win. He make winning plays, and he don't need to score that much. He gonna definitely try and neutralize either Brook Lopez or their boy Connaughton they got. But then over here also we got Kevin Looney, sleeper agent. My boy hustles. My boy plays. My boy boxes out. My boy low key gets buckets too. You know what I'm saying? So their arsenal is heavy. All right. Now let's say averages per game. Golden State average 117. Milwaukee Bucks 112. Based on that number, we say Warriors win. But we can't go off numbers all the time because we know the game can go either which way. And 5-point swing ain't much, right? But the cool thing is the Bucks play big and they also shoot threes. Warriors play small and they heavy on the threes, but they also make points in the paint. So Muzz is asleep on points in the paint. Obviously, they're going to get out-rebounded, which is a hustle play. Long as they ain't out-rebounding like 20 or something, they come out with the dub. Assists, it said Warriors got 29, Bucks had 25. Chef Curry mixing. And obviously, they move the ball. They make the ball pop on both ends, Bucks and Warriors, right? I'm looking for some statistics that's really heavy. The Warriors may turn the ball over more, which shout out to Milwaukee Bucks. They say 16 turnovers for the Warriors, 13 for the Bucks. These is numbers and all them analytics. Um, Field goal percentage, Warriors got 48, Bucks at 45. It makes a difference. 3-point percentage, Warriors at 37, Bucks at 35, which means defense is being played, but the Warriors are still banging them. And obviously the Warriors is heavy with their free throws. Um, Points in the paint, Warriors 44, Bucks 46. That's an amazing stat. That's phenomenal for the Warriors. And to see that number against Milwaukee, you feel me? 44 to 46 is actually 44.5. So 46 mean they not slouching, mean they hustling. The Warriors is. They working hard. Second chance points, Golden State is 12, Milwaukee 14. Fast break points, Golden State 14, Milwaukee 13. These teams is evenly matched. The problem is Giannis can get you a bucket quickly. Quickly when you need one. The nice thing is the Warriors got Chef Curry cooking. And he can get you a bucket at will. And his bucket is a 3-ball. And he'll answer a dunk with a 3-ball any given day. And my boy is unstoppable. You can't double team him. He'll shoot over the 3. He'll shoot over the double team with the 3-ball. From close to half court. His range is amazing. He played consistent and efficient every game for the most part. Everybody have off game, but he's still finna let it fly. He utilizes his team. He plays defense. So my pick is the Warriors tonight. Tune in. Before the game, let me know. Chime in who you think gonna win. You feel me? And don't forget, like I said, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell for all the picks, all the videos. It's on like Donkey Kong. We out here. Peace.